Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about my wedding. As you can see, that's my wedding dress. Because I thought I'd share my tips and tricks on how to do a wedding on a budget. Yeah, so let's get into it. Married on the 10th of July 2022, and when planning on my wedding, we definitely wanted a theme, and my theme was Disney, because I'm a big Disney lover. But we also did Kingdom Hearts, which is my partner's little game that he likes, but it was Disney related, so we added that into it. So we know Disney weddings are expensive, so we wanted to do our own little Disney wedding, but on a budget. To us, shocking thing is, we didn't know it was that close to us until we went actually on an app. You know, when it was like a trend, ages and months, and I think it was last year, there was a trend where there's this Anemone app, and it like shows you like different things, and it shows you like a random route, and you go there and you find an anomaly, something like that. It was really popular on TikTok, and we decided to do it. And there was an abandoned farm, and we thought, you know, we wanted to go see something abandoned, so we were like, oh yeah, let's do it. Looked on the maps, and there's a wedding venue right next to it, so I thought, oh, planning my wedding, let's go see it. And it was drop dead. It was amazing, honestly amazing. So we went for it, obviously. That was like over £2,000, but it was such a good deal from other venues that we looked at. This was the cheapest venue, to be honest. It was just like you had everything with it. So our theme being Disney, we wanted Disney centerpieces, but I also wanted to do what his game was, which is Kingdom Hearts, and relate that back to it. So what we did was, in Kingdom Hearts there's worlds, and it's like after like Disney characters, so like Neverland of Disney, Atlantica, you know. So we did that for our centerpieces, and for the actual centerpieces itself, my sister had cake stands, and I bought some lanterns from Powerland, which are only £5. And then we went on AliExpress, and we bought some pop figures, because we love pop figures. We collected pop figures. It's part of us as a couple. So I went on AliExpress and got some really good cheap Disney pop figures. The good thing about this was, because people steal centerpieces, we knew people were going to steal centerpieces, which people ended up doing. It wasn't a big loss to our bank accounts, if that makes sense. And pretty much them, like, the centerpieces were like £2 odd, so it wasn't that big of a out of our pockets, because we knew people were gonna steal them, because it's a wedding, isn't it? You know, that's what people do. It happened to my sisters. It happens. So we thought we won't be that much out of pocket if some people steal it, which they did. Some people gave permission, so don't worry about that. But I had the picture of the centerpieces as I'm talking, but even like little characters, that was from like car boots and AliExpress again. So even if they were stolen, they weren't that much. It was literally £1 for something, so it was like not break bank. But that was quite good for our budget as well. Walking down the aisle, we wanted something Disney related, so we had Happily Ever After, which is obviously the firework show. That was when all the bridesmaids came in, and then for my husband's request, it was a Kingdom Hearts songs that he really loves, and got him very emotional when we were trying to listen to other songs. So
ready to begin, let the wonder take hold.
Feel it draw you in, watch the moment unfold.
that was me walking down that aisle. So that was also Disney related. We also had like Disney like lanterns everywhere. And again, that was from AliExpress. We put like Disney pop figures. I had I've got 2 chips, one that I want to keep, and then one what I wanted to put in my lantern. I already had that. I think it was from a charity shop. I think it was really cheap. It was getting tacky anyway, so before it got even more tacky, I put it in a lantern and put it with like objects that like pearls that's kind of like relating to Ariel and stuff like that. That was on one side, and then the other side I did Buzz Lightyear, and I think it was like toys that I got off from the car boots, I think. My flowers, I had sunflowers, which I love sunflowers. They're just colourful, they're just so I just love sunflowers. I was thinking of doing rose because obviously rose is Disney, relates, but I just love sunflowers, and my colour theme was blue, so I knew blue and yellow after researching. Blue and yellow really do well. So, for sunflowers. However, Etsy. I mean, Etsy did save me a lot on some of my stuff that I got, but for flowers, it was over £200 for only the bride's bouquet, and I was like, we cannot afford this. It's too out of our budget. So what did we do? We went to Hobbycraft. We went to Primark. They had some sunflowers in Primark. Hobbycraft, got a bunch of sunflowers, got a little holder, and then I just decorated the sunflowers. I just decorated the holder with all the sunflowers, and they turned out really well. I mean, I'm not great at DIY, but they did turn out really, really beautiful. And then, like, after the ceremony, all the flowers started falling out, but that's my own fault, because I did them in, like, months in advance, so I think that's probably why. You know, the green thing inside the holder, I think, just discriminated or, like, disappeared, so that's probably why, you know. They kept falling out, so that's my own fault. But I think that cost us, like, for 4 bouquets, that cost us about £100 for 4 bouquets. So it wasn't that bad. I must admit, I really was proud of myself because I'm not good at DIY at all. So yeah, and then so that happened. So that was how we saved money on our bouquets, on our centerpieces. Dress wise wasn't the best experience of my entire life, I must admit. I'm a big girl. I'm a size 18 and I could be a size 16 in other shops. These shops that we first went to were not very appropriate to my size. Some were a bit dodgy because obviously going on a budget. My mum paid for my dress, so I didn't want to spend, £1,000 on my dress that I'd wear for one day and then show it off on a mannequin. But yeah, I didn't want to spend too much on a dress, especially my mum paying for it and stuff. But most of the shops that we went to were sketchy. There was one shop that was like up a stairs, and then like she was like, oh, these are like from China, so these will need to be months and months in advance, and then we have to get your size, blah blah. But then I didn't have my size. And then there was another one where I went to charity shops as well. Charity shops were really good. However, there weren't many wedding dress charity shops, if that makes sense. So I found one dress that I liked, but it kind of made me feel like it wasn't me, but I was happy it wasn't what people were expecting, if that makes sense. But we thought, no, I've got to get something that is made for me. So I definitely recommend Red for Less because I had the most amazing experience there. For a plus size person who's like, for a person my size, I had to get a lot of sizes up, but I had to get like in the 20s because the wedding dresses are very tight. But honestly, from the time I went in there, it was a walk-in. We booked an appointment. We had to wait about 20 minutes, I think. So we just went to the shop and come back. The minute we walked in there to the minute I walked out, it was the most welcoming environment. You got so much respect there. No matter what size you are looked after. And we all got a bit excited because we ran to the dresses, saw the bigger sizes and just put all, we had like little like what are called, labels, and we had like about 6 labels, but I kept picking the wrong size dresses, so the person came down over and was like, "Ooh, can you read? Ooh, let's calm down a little bit." I was like, okay. And then this dress, the story behind this dress is the person in the shop saw it, and this was like the last dress I needed to try on before I felt like deflated. And she was like, you know, I found this really nice dress that I think you would love, and I put it on, and I was like tearing up, and I was like, yeah, I really love this. And if I finds out that my family thought the exact same, they thought about this dress, and they thought this was my dress. So, and it really did suit me, and it made me cry. And the people in the shops were so nice about it. The whole experience was just so amazing. So if you're a bigger girl like me and you're not confident in shops, go to Wed for Less, because honestly, it was a good price as well. But honestly, definitely worth it. So yeah, good on them. So my mom's paid for the dress that saved us money, but she also paid for the cake that saved us money. And the cake is Kingdom Hearts related. Again, but it had but it was blue as well, which suited our theme. What also we saved money on was our signs, because I wanted wedding signs, as everyone does. You know, a lot of people want our wedding signs, but they were still so expensive on Etsy and not the designs that I wanted. So my partner, my now husband, which is so weird to say, graphic designed them, which I will show right now. This is the signs that he's done. So that we went on, he made it, and then we got it from Vistaprint. We printed it off at Vistaprint, and that came really fast, and that wasn't that expensive. It was like £20, if that. So it wasn't that expensive to make the signs. And then we got 4 easels for like £5 each at the Works. So again, really good on budget. I think the most expensive out of our whole wedding was the photographers, but I must admit the photographers were amazing. We had 2 photographers, which I would definitely recommend. We had a couple. So again, husband and wife, so it was quite nice us being shy to be like, have a husband and wife team. So that was really good. However, we're still waiting for the photos, so we got a preview set of photos, but we're number 17 in the list, so it's going to take forever. But that was our most expensive. The venue was the most expensive, and then entertainment. And we were gonna get any DJ. We didn't care what the DJ was. We just wanted any DJ. However, we are really supportive of drag queens. We love drag queens. We go watch drag queens. We support drag queens. And one day, I just woke up and thought, imagine if there's a drag queen DJ. Now, I just thought, this is not going to happen, is it? Not at all. Yeah, I had a drag queen DJ, and honestly, so worth it. Even the kids loved it, and yes, it was kids friendly, and they asked permission beforehand, but it was kids friendly. They had their sets, and then they did some like DJing after and put music on, and it was honestly the best experience ever. They got the kids involved. They put kids, I think they put Baby Shark on at one time, and then got the kids up. Honestly, at top tier entertainment. And she brought a friend, so I'm happy about that. She brought a friend. She was like, I know this is really random, but I brought her with me. I hope that's okay. I was like, yeah, let's do this. And honestly, they were both so amazing. I definitely recommend it. Drag DJs, love it. Even the old people that I thought, you know, the people that you thought wouldn't really support it, loved it. Best dance was Beauty and the Beast. pretty obvious for a Disney song, but when we get angry at each other, or when we're upset with each other, or when we're upset in general, we'll put the song on. Just the day went so well. We got upgraded. Our venue upgraded us for free, because they had a cancellation, and I really did want this venue at first, but we thought about money wise, we couldn't really afford it. So then 3 days 3 days before getting married, I had a phone call and they said, you know, we had a cancellation, we know that you wanted this venue, would you like to do it? And we at first before we were like, do we actually want to? And then we had a look again and we were like, yeah, we do. Yeah, the drag queens obviously surprised the drag queens surprised us with an extra person, so I was like, yeah. And then because the drag queens were entertaining and the staff, the photographers decided to stay longer because they were enjoying it that much. We had a photo booth, and they were enjoying the show, that we actually had an upgrade to a photo booth as well. So we got the photo booth upgraded us. We had like a really cheap background, if that makes sense. It wasn't cheap, but it was like cheaper than the upgrade background, and they were just like, yeah, we want to upgrade you, so we got that. Everything went smoothly, apart from the fact, like, I asked for the photographers to be having a 3-course meal with us. Well, not with us, but like have a 3-course meal out, but we realised they weren't having anything to eat. So then me and my partner went straight up to the coordinator. We were like, these photographers need to eat, so let them eat now. So they were like, oh, okay, sorry. They were like, yeah, thanks. And then we got, to make the day special as well, for the vendors, I made a little, like, box of goodies. So the photographers had water, they had some chocolate, they had, what else was it? They had water, chocolate, and some sweets, and then the DJ had water, chocolate, and some sweets. So I thought that was a really nice touch for me to do, which they both actually really appreciated. So I'm glad they liked that. What else? Everything was just perfect. It was, if you want Disney on a budget, AliExpress is your friend, but also Etsy wasn't that bad. Like, I got the from Etsy, got some wands. We did, instead of flowers for the flower girls, I know, which doesn't make sense, but I did wands and mini ears, and everyone loved it. That was it, I think that's it. But again, our wedding came up to about £5,000, which is a lot. I must admit, it's a lot. It's yeah. It's a lot, but it could have been way more. And for what it was honestly worth the £5,000. I mean, we'll get that back. And it did take us 2 years to save, so, you know. And now it's going to be our honeymoon is due next month, so I can't wait for that. Honestly, you could do a Disney budget. You just got to think AliExpress, Etsy, Pinterest is really good for ideas. Powerland, I got, you know, my lanterns from Powerland. They weren't £1, but, you know, they were less than like £20. Hobbycraft, again, your friend. Hobbycraft got really good wedding selection. Oh yeah, I did sweets on the tables as well, which I got the jars from Hobbycraft. I went to Costco and got like a big box of Haribos, and then I went on a different website and got the people that are like vegan and stuff their own separate sweets, and I put them on top of the lids so they know that it was vegan friendly. And yeah, Costco's your friend. Hobbycraft, you can literally do it on a budget. My Disney wedding planning on a budget. I Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.